Dear organized religion, you sent me into deeper depression. Coming up next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. A mighty fortress is our God. One of the great hymns of the faith, one of our many mugs with our wonderful Headbangers Brew coffee, regular size there. You can get everything in regular and decaf, and these two, melodic and hardcore, you can get in whole bean as well. We've got K-cups for everything, 5-pound bags even for everything, and all of our mugs, t-shirts, posters, wearmetalwearfamily.com. Dear organized religion, you told me my depression and my anxiety was due to a lack of faith. And then you added guilt to my already difficult life since I couldn't produce enough faith to overcome it. Can I tell you how many times I've heard this? You say, well, does that really happen? A whole lot of times. And people feel guilty. And sometimes it's not necessarily spoken, it's implied. And, and we keep saying if your faith was where it needs to be, if you just trust in God, you'd be okay. Really? Because there's a lot of people that struggle with depression and anxiety. I have too. Sometimes the world around us gets us down, and no one is immune from that. I want to go to some scripture right away today. Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. Great scripture. It says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavily burdened by religious rituals that provide no peace. Now, it's specific. We don't get into the scripture and work apart the words enough sometimes. And we miss this key component of the meaning of this scripture so often. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavily burdened by religious rituals that provide no peace. This is one of them. You just got to muster up more faith. Really? That's the thing? He says, come to me, though, and I will give you rest, refreshing your souls with salvation. I'll remind you that you're saved, that you're in the palm of my hand, that I'm keeping you. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Follow me as my disciple, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest, renewal, blessed quiet for your souls. Now, what about my faith? Well, it sounds like my faith is a springboard from this foundation. He says, let me handle your burdens. He said, come to me. You're tired, you're worn out, you're tired of the religious rituals that aren't giving you any peace by people that keep telling you that you're doing something wrong, that's why you're depressed, not simply you're reacting to things that are going on around you. He says, I'll give you rest. I'll refresh your souls with salvation. It's the best rest you can have. Take my yoke upon you. Learn from me. Follow me as my disciple. I want to teach you. I want to mentor you. He says, I'm gentle. I'm humble in heart. You'll find rest, honest renewal, blessed quiet for your souls. That's a promise from God. I want to read this from the Message commentary. So good here. It says, are you tired? Are you worn out? Are you burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Freely and lightly, lifting your burdens. Why? Because you learn how to follow the unforced rhythms of grace, not forcing yourself to do it, not some kind of ritual to do it, but following the grace as God has given it to you and finding freedom as a result. What a transformation. And what an awesome promise that God has given for every one of us. I love that. Well, we're going to continue next time talking about these things that we need healing from in organized religion. This is just one of many. Stick with me, and don't forget you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.